is about Modi-Shah government's triple action plan, Article 370, anti-conversion law and nationwide NRC. Let's see one by one, okay, how this makes India terror-free. Friends, before going further, we at bharatmark.com are involved in Sanatana Dharma Prachar and also exposing all anti-Hindu activities and fighting for our Desh and Dharma. Join hands with us by liking www.facebook.com/bharatmark page, also at Twitter at bharatmark, and YouTube just by subscribing, also clicking on that notification button to get an instant update as we post important updates and videos. You can also become the part of our WhatsApp club to get one dharmic message a day which goes around the world by sending us a message at +1 647 964 4790. Article 370 was a big floodgate that was allowing all the terrorists to come inside. As per Article 370, any Kashmiri girl cannot marry a non-Kashmiri. Any girl marries a non-Kashmiri, they will end up losing the citizenship for Jammu and Kashmir along with all their properties that will be attached to the government, or it will become for public. On the other hand, if they happen to marry a non-Kashmiri, that is anybody outside of Kashmir in Bharat, but at the same time, if they happen to marry a Pakistani, all will be intact, no problem at all. So what was happening was, here on the border of Bharat, soldiers of India were giving their life and fighting against the terrorists. On the other hand, these terrorists from Pakistan were getting married to one of the Kashmiri girls by whatever the means, maybe like a 10th wife, 11th wife, God knows, by Sharia law, which was in implementation there, not the Supreme Court law. And they can come here with no problem. And once they come inside Kashmir, they can go any part of India because they got a dual citizenship. Okay, this was completely eliminated by the Modi-Shah government, closing one of the major doors of terrorist incoming to Bharat. Okay, number 2, anti-conversion law. This law is coming on this session, and I am sure this will become a law. That means no forced conversion, no cheating conversion, no conversion for money, which is already happening in Bharat. This is mainly handled on the outskirts of it, mainly done by the Christian missionaries, who end up occupying the temple lands later. They occupy the temple, they come and create hangama inside the temple, saying this is not Vishnu temple, this is a Jesus temple, and on the roundabout way they capture the Hundi, like they try to do in Tirumala, Sabarimala through the communist goons. You can go in Puri Jagannath temple, getting a law passed through the court that anybody can come in. Why the heck anybody has to come into my temple? And distribute the pamphlet, because these are all the ways how the forced conversion was working, and they were coming and attacking the temple, and most of the ministers, because India is free, but not the Indian temples are. If you are a minority, if you claim yourself a minority, like Sikhism does, or like Ramakrishna Mad tried to do, or Swaminarayan people try to do, and many others, because when you are called as a Hindu or a Sanatana Dharmi, your temple is ruled by the government, and these goons completely steal the temple piece by piece, if not directly dipping into the Hundi money, which you can see in our Satyagraha video, which I will highly recommend, and how on the other hand they also go and completely rob the temple in terms of renovating the temple. Okay, so this is by anti-conversion. Now by bringing in the anti-conversion law, and also you will see a lot of examples of pappus, Pap, Sonu, this name, that name, common name, Happy, this, that name, and these, especially this is love jihad that is done in encouragement of the mosque to capture the Hindu girls especially. Okay, and these guys change their name in a way it sounds Hindu, and they marry and then they convert the girls and they force feed. Now if you see in Bihar, one widow was judgmented by the Panchayat, Sarpanchayat, yeah, Muslim guy, of course, right, to marry a Muslim man in Bihar and then force feed her with the cow meat, which is holy for Hindus, just because they want to convert. These are all the part of forced conversion that is happening. These things will never come in the news for you, okay, because they don't want to embarrass their core voter base. Okay, if a Pandit does something, they will clearly say, Pandit did this and temple pujari did this, or things like that. But when the other guys do, when rape happens inside the church, it never becomes a news because they don't want them to be embarrassed. Okay, the anti-conversion law strikes at the core of it and makes sure nobody can be converted. And I will recommend the Hindu parents, okay, in olden days, if you see, our engagements were happening in the temple. Now, because we became so big, we want to see how lavish we are, how rich we are, we do it in the mandap. Okay, when you do it in the temple, when you do it in the God's presence, many of these anti-conversion, the fake elements that comes from the Christian missionary background or jihadi background, who are trying to get your daughter or sister or whatever, right, to get married in the fake name, will not come inside. So use the temple for engagement and if possible for the wedding. Okay, in that way, you can pay a lot of money to the people who work there, who clean there, who preach there, everything. At the same time, you are being sure that you are getting the real Sanatana Dharmi into your family, not the fake ones. With the anti-conversion law passing, many of these elements which are funded by the Western governments will be cut off. That is a big relief for our temple and temple properties, and we got to fight to free our temple. You and me are free, not our temples. Okay, and anti-conversion law and to free our temples and free our people from the fake Christian missionary attack and the jihadi attack. Okay, this is coming true shortly. Number 3 is nationwide NRC. NRC is now coming to Assam, and guess what? Every state wants NRC because it is not problem of the border state, no more. Because once you come through the border into the border state, you can go till the southernmost part, which they have done to Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra, everywhere these Rohingyas and other illegal elements, anti-national elements, they have gone in and settled down there in temple property, in public property, and you cannot ask them. They will be in bunch and they have no identity. They can come and bash anybody, and they are goons. They become the local goons there. And so it is absolutely, like I know there is a battle cry in Karnataka for NRC, Delhi for NRC. If you see, many of our temples are attacked by these guys. Recent news is Swaminarayan temple being attacked, where the shooters were chased out. They escaped at last, but 4 of the shooters were firing next to the Swaminarayan Mandir in Delhi. Or you see the poison attack in Prasadam, because these anti-Hindu elements don't want you and me to go to temple peacefully. The best way is poison the Prasad. If you do it, you will be afraid to take the Prasad. Then they succeed. That's what they do. Okay? So nationwide NRC to cleanse out these illegal elements is absolutely needed. This is going to be the action of this government. I am saying this is the 3 things that will make terror-free India, which I had to congratulate Modi-Shah government for taking the bold step to make India terror-free by eliminating Article 370 and implementing anti-conversion law, and also nationwide NRC just around the corner. Good time is ahead, folks. Let's stay tight. Let's stay together. Jai Sri Ram. Jai Bharat.